92.
Called on security agencies to intervene to ensure his unconditional release. Machuku said other political parties should be allowed to exercise their franchise.
The security should sit up, police should see the essence of their establishment and guide our people. Election is forthcoming. They should be there to protect every other person that are members of other political parties. This is our submission. We are not here to fight. We are not here to quarrel. But what we're saying is that wherever Osorona Amadi has been taken to, they should look for a way and release him unconditionally. We do not want problem. If he stays more than 24 hours in anybody's hand, it is a kidnap. Election is not war. It's not fight. It is a free and fair exercise. If you win, you win. If you go lose, you lose.
Also, some members of Ward 13 in Alu, during a protest at the Kulwa Zobia Info Office complex, called for the unconditional release of their leader.
I was inside the toilet hiding for my life because they would not see me. So when they noticed he was up and they were like, he's up, scatter him, finish him, kill him. And then the wife was like, what did my husband do to you now? Please leave my husband. And then they seized the wife's phone because she wanted to make call and started beating the wife. And the next thing they dragged him. When they saw that he was around, they were like, surround the place. And then they dragged him and he was like, leave me alone, I'm not a criminal. He was like, he's going to run. And my answer was like, they have paid you now, they have paid you. He was like, they did not pay me, I'm doing my job. Then what's the crime? They dragged him and next thing they beating him and he was bleeding seriously.
Then let them leave our Oga. Yesterday we follow our Oga go campaign. Our Oga did not beat person, did not harass any person. Then go in house, kidnap, even when they not see him, they want to kidnap him children. Let them leave us our Oga alone.
On his part, the elder of Ward 13, Alu Oha Hurinji, called on security agencies to pay attention to the area and ensure that people are allowed to vote for their chosen candidates on Saturday.
We want IG and Inspector General to see to our prayers, and because of this kind of things, we are practicing democracy. They should allow us to go and vote whom we want to vote. Police should help us.
Meanwhile, spokesperson of the APC in Rivers State, Darlington Nwajun, is alleged in a plot by the PDP to dress thugs in military uniforms in Port Harcourt local government area and Obiakpo local government areas to compromise the governorship and House of Assembly elections in Rivers State. And Nwajun also accused Governor Wike of ordering local government council chairman not to allow opposition members to gain access to local government collation centres.
Up till this hour, we have not been told, we have not gotten any information about his whereabouts. This afternoon, we've also gotten report that 2 more persons have been picked up in the same Ikwere local government area and another from Igruta. Now, the same is happening. We've also gotten report of stockpiling of weapons in Opopo and Nkoro local government area.
And the PDP is yet to respond to this. In the same vein, Labour Party in Rivers State says it has uncovered plans by the PDP to sponsor fake news on various social media platforms beginning from Thursday night to Saturday morning, claiming that its governorship candidate, Beatrice Etubo, has stepped down for Siminalayi Fubara of the PDP or the candidate of another opposition party. In a statement, Dr. Obidima, Director, Media and Publicity Directorate, Beatrice Etubo Campaign Council, said the PDP is becoming worried over the rising popularity and acceptance of its candidate by Rivers people. Dr. Obidima said the recent claim by one Fafa Dan Princewell to be the governorship candidate of the party and the former chairman of the party in the state, Daniel Pepple, supporting Siminalayi Fubara, ploys by the PDP to deceive and discourage the supporters of the party from coming out to vote. He urged Rivers people and supporters of the party to ignore the rumours and vote for all Labour Party candidates in the Saturday governorship and state houses of assembly elections. And Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has urged residents of the state to protect their votes in the March 18 governorship and state house of assembly elections. Governor Wike said this in an interview section with some youths in Port Harcourt. He also advised Rivers youths to ensure they take advantage of the ongoing employment of 10,000 youths into the civil service. Also, a member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council in Rivers State, Tony Okocha, spoke at the event. And moving on, ahead of Saturday's governorship election, the leadership, elders and stakeholders of Ijaw National Congress, INC, Eastern Zone in Rivers State have unanimously endorsed the APC governorship candidate, Tony Okol. Now, speaking on behalf of the group in Port Harcourt, Derefa Raymond Barra said the group is aware that there are sons of Ijaw ethnic nationality vying for the same position in the state, but Tony Okol presents to them the best opportunity to improve and better the state and her people. He called on all Ijaw people to vote for Tony Okol, saying they should not miss the opportunity to produce their best. Similarly, the African Democratic Congress ADC in Rivers State has withdrawn from the governorship race. Its governorship candidate, Tonte Braye, told the news conference in Port Harcourt it pulled out of the race to form an alliance with the APC to produce the next governor of the state. And in a related development, the traditional institution in Obiakpo local government area has thrown its weight behind the PDP governorship candidate, Siminalayi Fubara. Candidate for Obiakpo Constituency 1, Martin Emewule, and Constituency 2, Emilia Amadi, in the March 18 elections. The group made their position known during a courtesy visit to the chairman of the council, George Ariolu, at the council secretariat in Rumodumaya. Paramount ruler of the Okpara Kingdom, Eze Chike Rolu Bodo, spoke on behalf of the group.
The chiefs and the leaders, political leaders, traditional rulers of Obiakpo, we have agreed accordingly. We endorsed Sim Fubara as our governorship candidate. We have also endorsed Honorable Martin Samehule for Obiakpo Constituency 1 at the State House of Assembly, and Lady Amade for Obiakpo Constituency 2 House of Assembly. This is the decision we unanimously took today. We don't want to be divided. We want to speak with one voice.
On his part, Chairman of Obiakpo Council, George Arielu, commended the traditional rulers for their support for the PDP governorship candidate, Siminalayi Fubara, and other candidates of the party.
They came out and agreed that they must follow behind the candidate His Excellency is supporting, and that's in person of Sir Siminalayi Fubara and the two House of Assembly candidates of PDP in Obiakpo local government area, Honorable Martin Amehule and Lady Emilia Amadi. They unanimously throw their weight as the traditional enclave in the LGA behind these candidates.
The leadership of over 400 communities and fishing settlements in Andoni local government area have endorsed the PDP governorship candidate, Siminalayi Fubara, for the office of the governor of Rivers State. The leaders of the Andoni communities and fishing settlements, under the auspices of Conference of Chairmen of Community Development Committees, CDC, took the decision today at a strategic crucial meeting in Ngo Town, Andoni. The chairman conference of the Andoni CDC chairman, Clement Sunday, spoke to newsmen.
In our different community where we come from, we've agreed to support Erastus because he has given us peace. And for his government to return, we have moved to say if we did not support Siminalayi, the government cannot be sustained. Because Erastus has given us peace for a year, and now there is no gunshot in Andoni. Over 20 years ago, no Andoni sons and daughter that stays at home from 6 to 6 in the evening. For that reason, we have resolved that we are going to vote in supporting Siminalayi, which is PDP candidate for governorship, so that the peace that we are having today can sustain. We've agreed that every community in Andoni will stand to vote Siminalayi. So we urge all sons of Andoni, wherever they are, to come home and vote Siminalayi for governorship.
The CDC chairman of Ekede community, Andoni Joffrey Akene Tumun, also spoke on this.
We also agreed that to keep the peace, the prevailing peace we enjoy in Andoni Horn, there is need for us to remember the effort being made by the executive chairman of Andoni, Barrister Erastus Awotu, who has worked so hard to ensure that there is lasting peace, and that this peace couldn't be achieved and sustained without the effort of the amiable governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. So we are calling on all Andoni sons and daughters who have the interests of Andoni at heart to please come home and vote PDP, vote Siminalayi. That way, the peace we are enjoying in Andoni will be sustained.
Still ahead, police react to report of DPO shooting inspector in Rivers State. Please stay tuned. Rivers State. Info in her input Harcourt. The Assistant Inspector General of Police supervising elections in Rivers State, AIG Kaide Egbetokun, has warned anybody capable of disrupting Saturday's governorship and House of Assembly elections to steer clear. AIG Egbetokun gave the warning during a press briefing at the police headquarters in Port Harcourt. He said it would enforce the full weight of the law on anyone caught acting contrary to the provisions of the law. The AIG also urged citizens to come out and exercise their franchise because the police and other sister agencies have made adequate deployment to ensure a hitch-free election. The AIG in charge of the election in the state also said the restriction of movement from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on election day will be strictly enforced. And the Rivers State Police Command has refuted online reports that a divisional police officer shot dead by an inspector attached to his division. Spokesperson on the command, Grace Iringekoko, in a statement today said there was no shooting nor a police facility called 9th Mile Police Station in any part of the state as contained in the trending publication. Nigeria has been ranked the 8th most terrorized country globally in 2022, dropping from its 6th position in 2021. According to the 2023 Global Terrorism Index report released recently, terrorist activities in the country had fallen to its lowest since 2011.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
The use of Chinese-owned social media app TikTok and phones and other devices issued to government ministers and civil servants has been banned in the UK. Cabinet Office Minister Oliver Dowden told lawmakers the ban is with immediate effect. It follows a review by the UK National Cybersecurity Centre. TikTok has strongly denied allegations that it hands users' data to the Chinese government. And that's it. On the news this evening, you heard APC members today protested the abduction of its secretary by gunmen. Police in Rivers State said the report of a DPO shooting an inspector is false. Police has restricted movement on election day in Rivers State. ADC has pulled out of the governorship race in Rivers State. The foreign scene, UK ministers have been banned from using TikTok on government phones. And that was the news as edited by Master Okere. Rains are expected in Port Harcourt this evening. Also, remember that peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. Well, thanks for listening. I'm Adedayo Ilushakin. Good evening.